Assalamualaikum and good day to all the students. For this week, we'll be talking about road and pavement measurement. So I really hope all of you please prepare your necessary notes and the drawing that has been provided to you in the Google Classroom. So let's start. Okay, so this video is divided into 3 parts. Part 1 and Part 2 is more on the principles, and Part 3 is more on looking at the actual drawing and discuss about that particular drawing, taking off list, query list, and the items that you need to take off. So lecture contents for Part 1 is on the typical item for road and car park, and second part is on the typical item for paving and hard standing. So pavement design is divided into 3 types. So we'll be looking at the flexible pavement and the rigid pavement. So what is the difference between these 2 types of pavement? So as a construction student and the one who will be doing a measurement or taking off, it's very important for you to be able to understand the principle of the design of the pavement and the principle that has been outlined in the standard method of measurement. So this is a flexible pavement design. It's normally being structured in layers. So it will be start with the natural subgrade, compacted subgrade, sub-base course, base course, binder course, and the surface course. So for the rigid pavement, it's normally in layers as well, but it's a very limited layers compared to the flexible pavement just now. But what makes it different is it has the expansion joint between the concrete slab on the upper part of the rigid pavement. If you can look at this is example of the rigid pavement. So these are the typical items for road and car parks. So I divided into 4 main category. So the first one is what we call as excavations for the roads and the pavement. Okay, and the second one is the layers. And then we have curbs, if you have any curbs allowed in your drawing. And then we have a road marking, road signage, and connection to existing road. But please let me remind you, for this measurement that we are going to do this week is all the items for road, car park, and pavement that within the building boundaries. So so you have to be able to indicate which scope of work that will be in your boundaries and which scope of work that will be beyond your boundaries. So this is excavation works. So if you do excavation works for road and pavement, definitely you need to refer to section D of your SMM. And if you look at the section D of your SMM, excavation and earthwork, we have done this many times before. There are 5 main items that you need to consider. Excavation itself. The second part is excavation in rock. Of course, you need to allow for the disposal of water, disposal of excavated material, and item for filling if you have any in your drawing. So you can refer this in your section D of your SMM. Okay, so we'll go through this very quickly because we've done this many times before. Okay, so section D 12.4 is supposed to be measured in cubic meter. Okay, it says that excavation to reduced level shall be given in cubic meters. Okay, you need to mention the starting level. The starting level, you can have a look at D11 You can choose between the ground level, reduced level, and formation level. And then depth classification is under D10. So you need to mention the maximum depth of your reduced level excavation. This is an example how you write it in your slip sort paper. Okay, remember you need to have heading here. It depends on the drawing and the types of project that you will cover. And then we have excavation to reduce level, descriptions, okay, and then meter cube, and the dimension that you key in here, you need to look at the drawing itself. Okay, this is the length, the width, and the depth of your excavation. So how do you determine the depth of excavation? Okay, you need to look at the cross section of your drawing. Don't worry, students, we'll be looking into that in details in the part 3 of our lecture. Okay, disposal of excavated material. Okay, you need to refer to section D11 and D19. Okay, it says that you have to measure in cubic meter as well. And for D18 is disposal on site, and D19 is the disposal off site. Okay, and again, this is how you write it in your slip sort paper. What's important is you write a very clear description. You don't have to memorize this description, but you can always refer back to your drawing and your SMM. Okay. Disposal of water. I always mention to students, always remember these 5 best friend of excavation work. Excavation of in rock, okay, disposal of water, disposal of this excavated material, and last one will be filling. Okay, you allow for keeping the surface water offside, free from surface water. Okay, and the unit is item. Please put an item in your slip sort paper, and no quantities involved because it is an item. Okay, and next is the preparation of a subgrade. Okay, we for the subgrade, it also being mentioned in the section D. Okay, a subgrade soil must be compacted to an adequate density. It should be measured in meters square. So what's good about this road and pavement is all about meter cube, meter square, and it's very straightforward. And you are so lucky if the length is being given to you, but if it's not, then you have to look at the cross section of your drawing and the overall plan for your drawing. Okay, and then we have the items for leveling subgrade. Okay, preparation of the subgrade. This is how they do it on site. They are using machineries to compact the subgrade. Okay, so the descriptions. Okay, let me show you how they write the description. Okay, you just mentioned prepare subgrade. Okay, you remember the layers that I mentioned in the earlier part of the lecture. So you just mentioned what kind of work that you need to do and what are the works that you need to do with that layers. Okay, prepare subgrade level, 2 required gradients, well compacted as specified. Okay, unit will be in meter square, and your dimension here should be the length and the width of your subgrade. Subbase, sand blinding, you can refer to section D as well. Okay, if it's using sand blinding, it should measure in meter square, D32. Let's look at your SMM. It says that blinding with sands and similar fine material shall be described and given in square meter. Okay, you need to state the thickness of the blinding and the material as well. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, this is a work that you want to do. Okay, filling to excavation. Okay, this is a layer sub-base course. Okay, using what type of material? It is using river sand. The thickness is 50 mm. Okay, what are the things that you need to do? Laid and well compacted as specified. Again, the unit is meter square and the dimension is the length and the width. Okay, the next one is a sub-base, which is they are using a crusher run. Okay, you need to refer to section D27. Okay, it says that filling required to be deposited and compacted in layers shall be so described, stating the maximum thickness of the height. Okay, maximum thickness you need to mention. Okay, this is the example of the best course crusher run. Okay, it will be laid something on the side as well. Okay, this is a crusher run and they are using machineries to compact the crusher run at the okay, so this is an example how they do in the taking off list. Okay, the works that need to do: filling to excavation. Why filling? Because we have to make certain level that has been prescribed in the drawing. Okay, what are the layers? Okay, so the third layers is a base course using a material of crusher run and the thickness is 150. So the things that you need to do is to spread and well compacted and consolidated in layers of 75 mm thick. So started from 150 and then they compacted to 75 mm maximum thick. Okay, meter square for unit, and then we have like the length and the width. If you realize, okay, the quantity is the same. So once you get the first quantity, the rest will be easier for you. Okay, the next one is a prime coat, spraying of bituminous material on surface of a crusher run base course. It should be in square meter, but you need to mention the rate of material spray per liter in liter per meter square. Okay, spray prime coat. Okay, this is the things that we need to do on site using the materials bitumen evenly over surface of a crusher run. Okay, base course at rate of 1 liter per meter square. Okay, the quantity, if you realize, we just adopt the previous quantity. So it's very straightforward. Okay, binder cost we has asphalt. Okay, D27, filling to be deposited, measure in square meter, and you shall state the thickness. Okay, this is an example of the asphalt binder cost. The thing that will stick to your tires. Okay, your car tires. If you go through this area while they are doing the construction on site. Okay, so they are doing the leveling and compaction using a machineries. Okay, filling dense graded hot mix asphalt carpet binder course. The thickness is 100 mm thick, evenly spreaded on surface of crusher run, base course, and well compacted as specified. Please students, don't memorize but remember how the strategy that you would like to do this description. Okay, tack coat is the final coat. It's a bituminous material on the surface of a binder course to receive a wearing cost. Measure as well in square meter. Okay, spray tack coat, bitumen RC4, evenly spreaded over the surface of binder coat at the rate of 0.5 liter per meter square. So lastly is the wearing cost. Okay, D27. Okay, this is a script description. The quantity is still the same. The strategy in writing the description is also the same. Okay. So you need to have an item for cutting and bonding to existing road if you have any. So the unit is in meter square, and this is how you measure the meter square. This is the distance. Okay. Okay, so for part 1, that's all for now. I'll meet you guys again For part 2 is on the measurement for the curbs. See you later.